RFK Jr. Oh, RFK Jr. Robert F. Kennedy Jr. Won't you bring yourself? Come on down. Oh, RFK Jr. Lecturing black people about being resilient about racism and miraculous. Oh, steroid Nick Arnold Schwarzenegger. Oh, what you doing, man? What you doing, RFK Jr.? What you doing? Didn't your daddy and your uncle kind of talk to black people about racism? Weren't they bringing Dr. King? Weren't they trying to act like they cared about the civil rights movement? Weren't they right before Lyndon B. Johnson had to sign it after, everything that went down with your uncle and with your daddy? Weren't y'all supposed to be part of the groundbreaking crew? Being resilient about racism. But you ain't gonna speak about how people benefited from racism against black people. But you gonna give a lecture, you of all people, who sold your soul to Trump, who really doesn't have an agenda. I don't know what that goes in your neck that looks like you've been steroid, like something injected. I don't know. I look like I could see a Jeff Goldblum, the fly coming out of you. Cause you be bugging out. You look bugged out. You act bugged out. You talk cray cray. How you gonna lecture black people to be resilient during racism when the racism is alive and well, and you're not offering anything, reparations or anything that your father or your uncles had was supposed to be bestowed upon? What are you doing? You're giving a lecture. You of all people. What are you gonna lecture on? You can't even run an election properly. You're not even fit to be the second of the second. And let me enlighten some people who don't know. You know it's a cold day in the world when the first family of politics that a Kennedy has to pull up forks and spoons with a fellow uh, silver spoons and Trump. But your body count in terms of what you weight in terms of politics, you would never have to play second fiddle if your last name carried the weight like it once did. Did I make myself clear? How have the mighty fallen? The Kennedy name was synonymous with politics, kind of like the Jackson's family name is with show business. You could say that name and it carried weight. You won't see the Jackson family today happen to succumb to, oh, I'm trying to think who got to pick on. Maybe Justin Bieber or something, or somebody that, somebody that's current. You don't have to think they'd have to defer to someone that is not on their tier level, like Beyonce. You wouldn't see Janet having to do Janet Jackson have to do that. So why would you, with that last name, have to defer to Trump? Because you don't have any weight class. No one will buy you. What are we supposed to make of you trying to lecture black people about racism when you should be offering to speak out against it? But wait a minute. You sold your soul. You sold your soul for a new pot of gold. Because you ain't going to talk about what your dad and your uncle and all of them was supposed to be about. And you don't have no ideas about combat. Or you do, but you ain't going to speak out on it because it's called privilege. And if you did, you go back further down than what you already are. Because let's be realistic. No one in 2024 today is really feeling the Kennedy name. It don't really carry the same sway it once did. And you, of all people, don't really have much sway at all. But you're good for laughs, though. I will give you that. You can lecture about racism when you can't even get your campaign straight. Oh, beady-eyed, steroid neck, jive turkey, Schwarzenegger Junior double whopper turkey gonna come out here talking about I'm gonna give a lecture about racism. Why don't you speak about how people have benefited from it? So the people that you work for, or who wouldn't rent apartments out in the 70s, or we not gonna make no more sense. What are we talking about? Donald Trump, we gonna talk about the Central Park Five. We not gonna talk about the obvious. Because if it ain't showbiz people or entertainers or athletes, he really ain't got a lot of time to really toe that line. But we know you got your little job. You're going to be watching out what people eat. Maybe you'll talk about the black community, about how the slave plantation food was used as soul food. Are you going to address that, RFK Jr.? Are you going to talk about, yeah, why there's not enough balance of more proteins and healthy foods that wasn't given to black folks? You know, why was Aunt Jemima still on the syrup, but there wasn't any healthy syrup? What was up with that? Uncle Ben's white rice, there was no Uncle Ben's black rice or brown rice. Well, it did come into brown, but you know where I'm going with this. We're going to talk about it. You're going to be about it, right? You want to lecture, and you don't put them people, you put them folks to sleep, and your voice is cracking like the Tweety bird when Sylvester the cat was trying to chase it and eat it. You know, well, it's like, how does this turkey get a form? I am perplexed. I'm sure he is too. This is hilarious. Him giving a lecture to black folks how to deal with racism, esteem. They've been dealing with it for 500 years. Oh, yeah. We got RFK Jr., who can't even use his last name for the right reasons and pauses. Please hit like, subscribe, welcome thoughts, comments, and I do respond. Thank you. Wash your hands. Keep your mind clear. Watch out for another. Share the video if you like and hit that membership. Stay safe, stay blessed, stay woke, stay free. Don't listen to that turkey, please. I'm out.